YouTube family, good morning. Good morning. I've been thinking what I'm gonna call y'all. I think it's either gonna be the winning team or the pit crew. I don't know yet. I like that. I think that's hard. Y'all let me know. But I'm excited. If you can't tell, this is video number 1. It's weird talking to a camera like this. I did it a couple of times on Instagram though, but you know, it's different. It's definitely something different, but I'm definitely up for it. I'm excited. So video 1, just letting you guys know who I am and you know what this channel will be consistent of. You know me, I'm Brandon. Well, I go by Payne outside of work. I don't really like my first name like that. But I'm a winner. I'm somebody who I love to win. I love to brainstorm. I love to find new ways to make more money, and also get to that next level. That next level to me is, of course, financial freedom. I wanna be financially free. And also, you know, I want to have fun. Let's travel. You know, cars are my thing. If you can't tell, I love cars. I'm a Lamborghini guy. I love Lamborghini. And you know, I like to have fun. Simple. I like to win. We're gonna have to take a quick break. I grabbed this R8 and it has no gas in it. So we're gonna take this back. I'll probably grab a G-Wagon or something. So quick remission. We're back. Walking to the G-Wagon now. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Okay, so a lot of the times I get questions like, you know, how did you get up to this level of selling cars? So I'll give y'all that rundown. Pretty much, so I was working at Toyota. I think I was at Toyota for what, 3-4 years. And I was selling cars. Mind you, I was not the #1 salesman there, but I was one of the top salesmen. I say I was top 5 every month. Out of, you know, 30 salesmen, you know, I think that's pretty good. But yeah, so I have been, you know, working at Toyota. Those hours are ridiculous. And that's one thing about being in the car business. If you're looking to get in the car business, just prepare to, you know, work a lot of hours. And so I wanted to have some fun one weekend. I'm like, you know what, I've been working so much, I want to have some fun. So I rented a Lamborghini for the weekend. And I had sat down with the guy who, you know, pretty much his company rented him out. And he and I were talking. He's like, oh yeah, I used to work at, you know, so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And it just naming these high-end stores. And as soon as I heard Lamborghini, you know, I kind of flipped, because I'm like, you know, that's my dream car. You know, I love Lamborghini to death. And of course, what would it be like to sell it? You know, that's where I want to go. I want to sell high-end products. I want to sell high-end cars. And, you know, just sitting down, you know, with these high-end clients, you know, I could learn a lot. And of course, that will get me to the next level. And so, and mind you, I'm not the one to ask for like a handout. I hate handouts. I like to go and get things on my own. I like to work for it on my own. But I'm like, hey, you know, if you can, you know, talk to one of these stores that you used to work at, put a word out for me. It's like, yeah, I got you. And so, you know, some time had passed. I say, what, 2 months had passed, and I get a call from him. Like, while I'm working a deal at Toyota, he's like, hey, you know, you still want to sell cars at, you know, next level? I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, well, the GM at Foreign Car Charlie wants to meet with you, yada, yada. I'm like, wait, really? He's like, yeah, woo. And he was like, you know what's crazy, bro? And this is one thing why I really love that guy. And I'll talk more about him. He told me straight up, he was like, you want to know how God works? He's like, you know, I never reached out to any of those GMs. It's just something had happened and it fell in my lap to where it's like, oh, let me call Brandon. And he was straightforward with me. You know, he never actually reached out to those GMs. That's one thing I like. And I don't like being lied to. But I like people that are straightforward. You know, just be honest with me. I love that. That's one thing about him. You know, that I love that first, you know, because it's not too many people out here, you know, that are just straightforward, straight, you know, just straight honest with you. But yeah, so me and him after that, I rented a couple more times, and since then we got close. D, you know, you're my dog. And also this company is VIP Exotics. I'll tag them for you guys. Great company. I love this guy. And Darius, you know, I love you to death, bro. But yeah, so starting here, it wasn't. That transition was not easy, I'll tell you that, because, you know, you're working with a different type of clientele. These guys, they typically know what they want, and you just got to ask the right questions. You know, they will pretty much, the car will sell itself. You want to sell them on that wow factor, you know, what the vehicle is. So just really knowing your product. And I'll get into that later, because a lot of people ask me, you know, how do you sell cars? You know, how do you get good at it? You know, what does it take? So I'll get into that later on in the video. But yeah, so you know, just working with these high-end clients it's different. I will say it's not easy, because coming here, you really have to get your book of business. You know, people with this kind of money, they actually buy cars very frequently. And once you know, you want to build that relationship with them, so then they're coming back to you consistently. And you know, at Toyota, of course, you had that as well, but it's not every day when somebody's gonna buy a $300,000 car. It's not every day somebody's trying to buy a $500,000 Ferrari. So you really got to work on that book of business. That's why that transition was not easy for me, because I am I am the youngest salesman here. Everyone else they probably got me beat by 5 to 10 years, and actually even more than that. They're in their 40s. You know, I'm still young. I'm 24, 25. I don't know my age now, y'all. I'm 25. But yeah, so that book of business, I just got to get my book of business up, and I've been doing I've been doing pretty good. I'm not the best salesman here yet. I will be. I know I will be. That's one thing about me that, you know, the older guys they're not too fond of. I'm very competitive. I want to win at the end of the day, and I'm going to win. I'm going to find a way to win. I'll get into it. Like, if you're looking to get into the car business, or if you're in the car business, you know, the 3 things that you really want to have is your product knowledge. Well, 4 things really. And the 4th one shouldn't even be a thing, but it is. I promise you it is. So number 1 is you want to have your product knowledge. You know, you want to know what you're talking about. You want to sell the customer on the wow factor. You want to, you know, just know your product and also know what you're up against. I mean, if you don't know something, just be honest. Let them know, hey, I do not know. And you get the answer for them, because you want to always have that credibility. You want to always be honest with your client. And then number 2 is you want to have a personality. Nobody wants a dry salesman. Nobody. It makes it so boring, and it's like, oh my gosh, and it just drags. So you don't want that. Number 3, well, honesty. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go. 3 is honesty. Just be honest. And 4, which shouldn't be one, but I promise you it is you want to look presentable. You want appearances. I promise you guys, it's everything. So you want to look nice. Look, you know, I know not everybody can, you know, always look. I get weekly haircuts. You don't have to take it to that extreme, but just look presentable. I don't want to talk you guys' head off. I got a meeting at 8:50. It's currently 8:26. So I want to show you guys my daily routine. I'm just walking in, getting ready. I typically get to work 2 hours early, so I have been here for some time now. We open at 9. I start my day at 7. So yeah, let me show you what that consists of. We are back. Let me take you guys to my desk. So this is going to be the detail department. It's also going to lead us to where they're working on the cars. I love this Bentayga. These guys are having a meeting. Let's lead to the service drive. It's one of my favorite Ferraris. And now we are at Aston. I love it back here because you really do have some really cool cars. I hate that it's in the back part of the building. If you've ever been here, you know, Aston's kind of tucked away. Got a ton of DBX 707s, one of the fastest SUVs in the world. And then here is my desk. I am tucked away. That used to be my desk, but I like to sit here because I like to see what's going on outside. I like to see the action. A pretty sad day. I meant to tell you guys this. I'm leaving Aston. I'm not actually leaving Aston. I'm just moving my desk up front because one thing about this dealership is you don't get a ton of walk-ins, but with me being tucked away out back, I really don't get to see those walk-ins. So I'm moving my desk to the front because I want to be able to get those walk-ins. And then the biggest thing is always answering the phone. You always want to answer the phone here. You could get a phone call from somebody all the way in California. Hey, you got this, I want it, boom, done deal. So always pick up that phone. So, but with me moving up front, I can answer all phone calls. I can get the lot ups. And then, yeah, so it's better for me, more money, essentially. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's really why I'm moving. It does not mean that I cannot sell Astons anymore, because really I can sell all 5 brands, but it's just better for me in the long run. Okay, that was a bit dramatic. I'm not going anywhere. All right, the new desk is up here. I actually like this desk a lot more. It's an office. And so here's my desk. Still got some pretty cool cars up here. Gran Turismo. What's up, dude? Don't hide. You really gonna hide? My favorite, one of 23, Maserati MC20.
I got deported.
One reason why I show up to work so early, because I want to show everybody that I want to win. And that consists of me doing things that they don't do and doing the things that they do, but just doing it better. At the end of the day, you gotta win. You gotta have that winner's mentality, winner's mindset, and you win. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and walk the Ferrari. Get ready for this meeting. I got a couple minutes. I wanna show you guys the inventory that's in there. My favorite car in here is gonna be the 488 Pista. That thing is a race car. This is Chris. Chris is the guy for anything. He knows Bentley like the back of his hand. No, I started YouTube. It's Ferrari. Let me show y'all what's in the garage. That's the meeting room. It's my GM's office. By far, one of my favorite Ferraris is 812, super fast. Got a Roma, Portofino, you got an 812. And there she is. Now it is meeting time. It's time to make some money. So that's gonna conclude video 1. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me. The content will get better. I'm about to get a camera. So we gonna turn up, we gonna have some fun. So just, hey, hang with me. I appreciate y'all.